What if I told you that there is a simple Japanese method that can keep your home clean and organized without you having to spend hours cleaning every day? Have you ever wondered how Japanese homes are always so organized and functional even though they are small? Today you will discover the secrets behind this ancient philosophy that is transforming homes all over the world. The problem most of us face is that we think organization is all about big weekend cleanups or complicated drawer and labeling systems. But the truth is that Japanese organization works completely differently. It's based on simple principles that, when applied daily, create extraordinary results without excessive effort. This approach isn't about having a perfect home like in a movie. It's about creating an environment that flows naturally with your routine and gives you peace of mind. It's about respecting every object in your home and finding the perfect place for each thing so that everything works in harmony. What you're going to learn today could be the difference between living in a house that makes you tired just by looking at it and having a home that recharges your batteries every day. If you don't apply these principles, you'll continue to waste time looking for things, feeling overwhelmed by the mess, and wasting precious energy on tasks that could be much simpler. But if you stick with me until the end, you'll discover how to transform your home into an oasis of tranquility using Japanese wisdom. Tip 1. The principle of gratitude for objects. The first and most important principle of Japanese organization is to develop a relationship of respect and gratitude towards your objects. This may seem strange at first, but when you understand that each item in your home has a function and purpose, you will naturally start to take better care of everything. Before you put anything away, stop for a moment and mentally thank that object for the service it has provided you. Thank your clothes for keeping you warm and protected throughout the day. Thank your shoes for getting you to where you need to go. Thank your kitchen utensils for helping you prepare your meals. This simple practice completely changes your mindset. You stop seeing your objects as unimportant things and start seeing them as partners in your daily life. When you have this awareness, you naturally take better care of each item, store it in the right place, and keep everything in good condition. For example, when you get home and take off your shoes, instead of simply kicking them off, you line them up and mentally thank them for serving you well throughout the day. When you're done using a pan, you wash it carefully and put it away, acknowledging that it helped you prepare a nutritious meal. This change in mindset is reflected in every aspect of your home organization. You naturally keep things more organized because you have developed a genuine respect for them. Your objects last longer because you treat them with care, and your home naturally becomes more harmonious because everything is in its right place, fulfilling its function in the best possible way. The result is a home where you feel at peace, where each object has its value recognized, and where organization happens naturally, without forced effort or complicated systems. Tip 2. Everything has its place of honor. In the Japanese philosophy of organization, each object in your home should have a specific and definitive place, which is considered the place of honor for that item. It is not just any place to store it. It is the perfect place where that object can fulfill its function in the best possible way. To find the place of honor for each item, you need to take note of how and when you use that item. Items that you use every day should be in the most accessible and convenient places. Items that you use occasionally can be in places that are a little less accessible, but still organized and easy to find. Let's think about the kitchen, which is the heart of the home. Knives should be near the cutting board, because that's where you'll use them the most. Seasonings should be near the stove, within easy reach while you're cooking. Your everyday dishes and glasses should be at eye level, so you don't have to bend down or reach for them every time you use them. In your bedroom, your clothes should be organized so that you can easily see and access everything you own. Current season clothes should be more accessible, while out-of-season clothes can be stored in less accessible places. Your shoes should be organized so that you can see all of your shoes and choose the ones you want to wear without messing up the others. The important thing is that when you set a place of honor for an object, it always goes back to that place after it is used. There is no such thing as, "I'll just put it here for now." Each object has its definitive place, and always goes back there. This eliminates clutter and means you always know where to find anything. When all the objects in your home have their place of honor, organization becomes automatic. You don't have to think about where to put things because each item already has its perfect place waiting for it. Tip 3. The art of folding with purpose. One of the most famous Japanese organizational techniques is the special way of folding clothes, but it goes far beyond simply saving space. It's about treating each item of clothing with respect and creating a system that allows you to easily see and access everything you have. The secret is not to fold your clothes any old way so that they take up less space. The secret is to fold each item in a specific way that allows it to stand up on its own, like a small rectangular package. This way, you can organize your clothes in rows where each item is visible and accessible. Start with your t-shirts, fold the sleeves inward, then fold the shirt in half horizontally, and then in half again. You should end up with a small rectangle that can stand upright. Do the same with your pants, shorts, socks, and underwear. Each category of clothing has its own specific technique, but the principle is always the same. Create small rectangles that can stand upright. Organize your drawers so that you can see all of your clothes at once, like books on a shelf. This way, you'll never have to shuffle through an entire pile of clothes to get to the item at the bottom. Each item can be removed individually without affecting the others. This technique works great for bedding too. Sheets, pillowcases, and duvet covers can be folded in the same way and arranged in rows. Towels also look much neater when folded this way. The benefits go far beyond visual organization. When your clothes are folded with care and purpose, they are less wrinkled, last longer, and you can make better use of everything you have. You stop forgetting about clothes at the bottom of the drawer and start actually using your entire wardrobe. Tip 4. Daily preventative cleaning. In Japanese culture, cleaning is not a task that you let pile up and do all at once. It is a daily maintenance practice that prevents dirt and clutter from building up in your home. It is much easier to maintain cleanliness than to restore a dirty and disorganized home. The principle is simple. Clean as you go. When you're done cooking, wipe down the stove and countertops immediately. When you brush your teeth, quickly wipe down the bathroom sink. When you take a shower, wipe down the shower walls to prevent lime scale buildup. Establish small cleaning rituals throughout the day. When you wake up, make your bed and quickly tidy your room. After breakfast, wash the dishes and leave the kitchen clean. Before you leave the house, do a quick once-over and put away anything that's out of place. At night, before you go to bed, take a quick walk around your house and put away any things that have been misplaced during the day. This only takes 5 or 10 minutes, but it will ensure that you wake up the next day with your house in order, which will give you a great feeling to start your day. Once a week, do a deeper clean, but since you keep your house clean every day, this weekly cleaning is quick and easy. Vacuum the carpets, clean the windows, dust the furniture. Since you haven't let dirt build up, these tasks are much easier. The key is to make cleaning a natural part of your routine, not a separate task that you have to find time to do. When cleaning becomes an automatic habit, you won't even realize you're cleaning, but your home will always be spotless. If you're enjoying these Oriental tips, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new videos about organization and well-being. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing where my viewers are. Tip 5. The power of emptiness and open spaces. One of the most striking characteristics of Japanese environments is the appreciation of empty spaces. Unlike our Western culture, where we tend to fill all available spaces, Japanese philosophy teaches that emptiness also has value and a function in organizing the home. Leaving space free is not a waste. It's a smart strategy. When you have empty space in your shelves, drawers, and cabinets, it's much easier to stay organized. You have room to move things around when you need to clean. You have room to store temporary items, and you have room to breathe visually. For example, instead of filling a shelf with items, leave at least 20% of the space free. This creates a sense of calm and order and makes it easier to clean and reorganize when necessary. The same goes for drawers, cabinets, and any other storage space. When decorating, resist the temptation to fill every surface with decorative objects. A table with a few well-chosen and well-positioned items looks much more elegant and calm than a table full of things. A wall with a few well-distributed pictures is more striking than a wall full of them. Empty spaces also have an important psychological function. They give the feeling that your home has room to grow, to welcome new things when needed, to adapt to life's changes. A house that is too full, on the other hand, creates a feeling of suffocation and stagnation. Practice looking at your home with new eyes and identify where you can create more free space. Remove some objects from a shelf. Leave a section of the kitchen counter empty. Keep at least one chair or armchair empty. These empty spaces will make your home seem larger, calmer, and more organized. Tip 6. Home entrance and exit rituals. In Japanese culture, there is a clear separation between the outside world and the home environment. And this separation is marked by simple but important rituals that occur when entering and leaving the home. These rituals help to keep the home clean and organized, as well as creating a mental transition between the environments. The most well-known ritual is to take off your shoes when entering your home. This is not just a matter of cleanliness. Although it is important to keep dirt from the street out of your home, it is also a ritual of transition that marks the moment when you leave the outside world behind and enter your own personal space of peace and tranquility. Create an organized space near the entrance to your home to store shoes, keys, bags, and other items you use when you go out. This could be a small piece of furniture, a few hooks on the wall, or even a pretty basket. The important thing is that everything has a designated place for when you get home. Get into the habit of organizing your belongings in the right places when you get home before doing anything else. Put away your bag, hang up your jacket, put your shoes away, and leave your keys on the hook. Only then can you do other things. Similarly, before you leave the house, have a check-in ritual. Take a quick look around the main rooms, put away anything that's out of place, and check to make sure you haven't forgotten anything important. This exit ritual ensures that you always come home to a tidy home. These rituals may seem too simple to make a difference, but they create a structure and rhythm in your household routine that makes it much easier to stay organized. They also help you develop a more mindful mindset about taking care of your home. Tip 7. The philosophy of the 5 senses in organization. Japanese organization is not just about the visual appearance of the home, but about how all of your senses feel in the environment. A truly organized home is one that provides a pleasant and harmonious sensory experience. For your vision, organize your home in a way that makes it pleasant to look at from any corner of your home. This means not only a lack of clutter, but also harmony in colors, shapes, and textures. Group similar objects together, keep lines clean, and avoid excessive visual clutter. For tactile sensations, make sure that the surfaces in your home are always clean and pleasant to the touch. This includes not only tables and countertops, but also doorknobs, light switches, and anything else that you touch regularly. Natural materials like wood and cotton generally provide more pleasant tactile sensations. For your sense of smell, keep your home smelling clean and fresh. This doesn't mean using harsh artificial perfumes, but rather eliminating unpleasant odors and allowing pleasant natural scents to circulate. Open your windows regularly, keep your home clean, and consider using natural elements like plants or gentle essential oils. For hearing, organize your home to minimize unnecessary noise. This may mean placing felt under objects that make noise when moved, keeping electronic devices organized to avoid interfering noise, or simply maintaining a quieter, more peaceful environment. For taste, although it may not seem to have a direct relationship with organization, keeping the kitchen clean and organized directly influences the quality and flavor of the food you prepare. An organized kitchen inspires you to cook better and with more pleasure. When you organize with the 5 senses in mind, You create an environment that not only looks organized, but actually promotes physical and mental well-being for everyone in the home. Tip 8. Seasonal maintenance and periodic renewal. Japanese philosophy recognizes that life is cyclical and that our homes must adapt to these natural changes. This is why there is the concept of seasonal maintenance, where you periodically review your belongings and reorganize your home according to the needs of the moment. 4 times a year, preferably at the beginning of each season, do a general review of your belongings. See if you still use everything you have, if anything needs repair or replacement, and if the current organization still makes sense for your current routine. Life is constantly changing, and your organization needs to keep up with these changes. In the spring, focus on freshening up and deep cleaning. This is the perfect time to air out your home, wash curtains and rugs, go through your winter clothes before putting them away, and prepare your home for the warmer months. It's also a good time to go through any medications, cleaning products, and other items that may have expired. In summer, the emphasis should be on functionality and practicality. Organize your home to facilitate the more frequent cleaning that the heat demands. Keep only the essential items in view to create a feeling of freshness and lightness, and make sure that everything you use regularly is easily accessible. In the fall, prepare for the months of spending more time indoors. Set up reading and relaxation spaces, check that the heating system is working, and bring back winter clothes and accessories to more accessible places. In winter, focus on coziness and indoor functionality. Organize indoor activity spaces, make sure blankets and warm clothes are easily accessible, and take the opportunity to do a thorough review of closets and drawers. This seasonal maintenance prevents problems from accumulating and ensures that your home is always adapted to your current needs, not the needs of 6 months ago. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. The art of living with less but better. One of the fundamental pillars of Japanese organization is the concept of living with fewer but better quality items. This does not mean deprivation or extreme minimalism. It means making conscious choices about what truly adds value to your life and well-being. Before you buy anything new, ask yourself 3 essential questions. Do I really need it? Will it significantly improve my life? Do I have a suitable place to store it? If you can't answer yes to all of these questions, it's best not to buy it. When you decide you really need something, invest in the best quality you can afford. One good quality kitchen appliance that will last 20 years is a better investment than 5 cheap appliances that you have to replace constantly. One well-made item of clothing that you love and wear for years is better than 10 cheap items of clothing that you only wear a few times. Develop a habit of regularly going through your belongings and getting rid of what you no longer use. This doesn't have to be a traumatic mass purge process. It can be a gentle, gradual review where you simply notice what you no longer use and consciously decide whether it still makes sense to keep. Learn to appreciate what you already have. We often think we need new things, when in reality we just need to take better care of what we already have. A well-washed and ironed piece of clothing can look brand new. A well-cleaned and polished piece of furniture can take on a new life. Cultivate hobbies and interests that don't depend on accumulating objects. Read books from the library instead of buying all the books. Go for walks in nature instead of buying expensive exercise equipment that will just sit around. Cook with simple ingredients instead of buying complicated utensils. The result of this philosophy is a home where every object has purpose and value, where you truly use and appreciate everything you own, and where quality trumps quantity in every aspect. Tip 10. Harmony between functionality and beauty. The final lesson of Japanese organization is that a truly organized home must be both functional and beautiful. There is no point in having a super functional home that has no soul, just as there is no point in having a beautiful home that doesn't work for your real life. Every item in your home should fulfill at least one of these functions: being useful, being beautiful, or having special sentimental value. Ideally, the best items fulfill more than one function. For example, a beautiful wooden bowl that you use to serve fruit is both useful and beautiful. When choosing furniture and objects, prioritize simple and timeless designs over passing trends. Clean shapes and natural materials never go out of style and provide a sense of calm and harmony that is essential for a well-organized environment. Invest in adequate lighting because light directly influences the perception of organization and cleanliness of the environment. A well-lit home always looks more organized, even if it is not perfect. Use different types of lighting: natural light whenever possible, general light for tasks, and soft light for moments of relaxation. Incorporate natural elements into your decor: plants, flowers, stones, wood, and other natural materials bring life and positive energy to your space. They also help create a connection with the natural world, which is important for mental well-being. Keep some surfaces free and clean, even if it's just half of the dining table or part of the kitchen counter. These empty spaces act as visual breathers that create a sense of order and tranquility. Remember that beauty doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Sometimes the simplest arrangements are the most elegant. A neatly arranged stack of books, a fruit bowl with fresh fruit, or a neatly folded towel can all be decorative elements in their own right. These 10 lessons from Japanese organization can completely transform your relationship with your home and your quality of life. The secret is not to apply everything at once, but to gradually incorporate these principles until they become a natural part of your routine. Remember that organization is not a destination. It is a daily journey of small, conscious choices. Every time you put something away in its proper place, every time you mentally thank an object for its service, every time you choose quality over quantity, you are practicing the Japanese art of living in harmony with your environment. The goal isn't to have a perfect house like in the movies, but to create a home that gives you peace, that works for your real life, and that reflects your values and priorities. A home where you feel renewed rather than drained, inspired rather than overwhelmed. Start today by choosing one of these tips to implement. It could be something as simple as creating a ritual for entering your home or starting to fold your clothes differently. The important thing is to take the first step towards a more harmonious and organized home. Now tell me in the comments, which of these Japanese techniques caught your attention the most? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications to receive more organization and well-being tips inspired by Eastern philosophies that really work.